Happy New Year, everyone. What I'm going to do is just quickly go over the program, what changes there are and what intentions we have with the next 12 weeks really, plus a peak week. There isn't loads of change, there's a lot of similar exercises, but the one thing that what I'm trying to do is get more frequency with a lot of the compound lifts, so bench press, deadlift and squat. So a lot of you have spoken about getting a better squat or better deadlift. What we can do is look at them with more frequency. You'll find that your strength will go up. And what we're trying to do with the end block is a little different. It's not drastically different, but it's a lot simpler to execute, but it's probably going to be a lot harder. But that's fairly deliberate. So you want to be in the last block we were in a less zone, so probably a 3 or 4, but now we're trying to push more to a 4 to a 5. To expose yourselves a bit more. You'll feel like you're a bit more out of breath, but that's very deliberate. What we do is there's a few changes around a warm-up. So a couple of exercises that are differently, they might feel different to you, but they're obviously a purpose for building into their first exercise. This will be very familiar to normal. The strength blocks, reps and sets will be very familiar. This side will probably feel very similar. And then there's a lot more of the same as we've been doing previous with ascending and descending reps or a cluster of sets and reps. Towards the end, very similar formats that have been on A, but the idea now is well, you've done it for a period of time and you've done a couple of rounds of it. We're trying to just take the intensity up a little bit. So if you have MyZone or you're using MyZone, we'll be able to coach you in those zones a lot better. And then the same as this side of the block, so it's going to be easier to execute, it's less complicated, but it is harder. That is quite deliberate. I want people to start getting comfortable being uncomfortable. So yeah, let's go.